Hey guys, it's Matty, the inner child holistic healer. Thank you so much for stopping by. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm a licensed psychotherapist, as well as stress management coach and a clinical hypnotist. And I'm using all my skills for over 20 years to help my clients heal from childhood abuse and trauma, which manifests in a variety of ways, and including chronic anxiety disorders. Often there is some kind of abuse, including narcissistic abuse, which I'm actually focusing on right now, doing the series of narcissistic abuse. And thank you so much to everybody for stopping by and liking my videos. And please share any comments and feedback, what kind of topics you would be interested in, not just about narcissism, but anything related to mental health and especially childhood abuse and trauma. So today's topic is about what makes somebody to become a narcissist. And this is pretty much a complex question. And and please stay to the end of the video because I'm also going to share three red flags that you need to pay attention to in the beginning of a relationship. Maybe you are dating a narcissist, maybe a narcissist is your parent, sibling, coworker, or entire culture, entire organization, right? So this is really pervasive, and in some ways, I'm glad it's coming out because many people are now waking up and saying, no, enough is enough. I am leaving this narcissist, I'm leaving this job. I'm cutting contact with my sibling who's constantly abusing me and being critical, right? You deserve to be happy and you deserve to have a life. And I am a living proof because, and this is in my other videos explaining my history, and I turned these challenges to blessing because I want to create this community to help people to be more informed, to make better decisions for themselves. So now the topic of the day. So what makes somebody a narcissist? And typically what I'm noticing is that there is usually some kind of trauma or abuse, right? Or one parent, for example, is unavailable and the child steps in to almost like take a role of a parent, right? So the parent might be emotionally immature, and maybe the spouse, let's say, is a workaholic. And by the way, not just men, but women can be narcissists as well. Actually, I had two friends that I had to cut ties because I realized that they were also narcissists. So when I'm talking about narcissists, I'm just talking general terms, right? So if they grew up with an immature parent, they may resent that in adulthood and run away from these intense emotions because they are afraid of being flooded by these emotions, right? So that could be one reason why they continue to be emotionally mature. Actually, to me, it looks like they are children in adults' bodies. And so the first reason is growing up where they were enmeshed. And the second reason is if there was any kind of physical, mental, emotional, or even sexual abuse, right? We don't feel safe and we carry this fear. So they experience abuse, they usually feel very insecure themselves, they are scared of abandonment. And typically what I also notice is that, let's say somebody was abused and they become an empath, but they are also more prone to putting up with things they shouldn't put up, right? So typical scenario, which actually Pia Melody writes in her book, Facing Love Addiction and Facing Codependency, right? The typical scenario is that one person is love addict who's gonna do anything, including fantasy, and ignore red flags, ignore bad behavior because they're so scared to be alone. And then meet love avoidant who also has this childhood wound, is also abandoned, was maybe experienced abandonment. And the love avoidant, it's interesting, they are like fear intimacy, like especially emotional intimacy. But on the other hand, they're also scared of abandonment. So unfortunately, if they're really diagnosable narcissist, they're usually not capable of lasting relationships, right? Because they can end up being very controlling, gaslighting, just always finding faults with you, being jealous, throwing tantrums. So again, I've been talking a lot about this in my videos, but again, being mindful that somebody can be diagnosed as a narcissistic personality disorder, they need to meet criteria and just having narcissistic traits, because we all have them. And now lastly, let me just give you 3 red flags that you need to avoid. So the first one is when you meet somebody, especially in the beginning of dating, it's very important to watch their actions and behaviors, because words are cheap, right? So they talk about themselves, number 1. Number 2, they often have these tantrums or angry outbursts for nothing really. My ex once threw a tantrum because I didn't ask him what he wants for dinner, right? And the third one is typically there's no compassion. They may have what I call cognitive compassion. They understand the concept, but to really put themselves in person's shoes, right, and really understand their needs, most of them have really big problems with that. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful today. Again, please subscribe, comment below, and there's also information how you get in touch with me. I am licensed in Florida, New York, but I also do coaching and hypnosis worldwide. Thanks again, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.